Welcome to Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. This is Babu. Today in this video, I'm going to explain you about few financial DAX functions. And we are running a financial DAX functions YouTube video series. So far, we completed uh, till this scoop and CD and as well as this cumulative principle. So today in this video I am going to explain you about DB, DDB and disks. So before exploring and creating the DAX measure, let's understand this, what is this DAX functions. Now let me jump into Microsoft official documentation. So here if you see DB, see this is a DB. So it returns the depreciation of an asset for a specific period using fixed declining balance method. So it means that it will return a depreciation value of a asset for the specific period using the fixed declining balance method. Now here if you see, the syntax is cost, it is the initial cost, and this is salvage value, this is life value, and period and month. Now let's see what is this syntax. So here if you see, the cost is as mentioned by, this is initial cost, and salvage value, it means this is some depreciation value of the asset, and life, here if you come to the what is the depreciated lifetime, and period must be units of life or in between the 1 and life. So we need to give in between the 1 and life, and month is a optional month. This is the number of months in the first year, If we didn't provide anything, by default it will take the 12 months. So now let's go and see what is DDB. So here if you see DDB, so it returns the depreciation of an asset for a specific period using the double declining balance method. So it will return the depreciation of asset for the specific period using the double decline balance method. So the DDB stands for double decline balance method. The syntax is the same: cost, salvage, life, period, and one thing is this is different: factor. Let's see what is this factor. Factor is a optional one. The rate at which the balance declines. If the factor is omitted, it assumes to be 2, the double decline balancing method. Fine. Now, so here what we will do, so we will calculate. Now let's understand disk. So here if you see the disk value, so disk is nothing but it returns the discount rate for a security. So settlement date, maturity date, price for $100 face value, redemption for 100 redemption value for 100 face value. Now the next one is basis. Settlement is nothing but settlement date. Maturity is nothing but maturity date, and price is PR is price for 100 face value. Redemption is redemption for 100 face value. Basis is nothing but the months. So if we use 0, it will be 360, and if you use 1, actual by actual. If you use 2, actual by 360. So this is all theoretical part. Now let's head over to Power BI desktop and let's start practicals. Now before going into the measures creation, now let's understand the data set. Here if you see, there is a data set called, table, asset table. So in this you will have a asset ID. So let's say laptop, server, printer, these are the assets. Okay, this is the initial cost, and this is the salvage value, lifetime years and months, and this is the period. Okay, now let's go to the report view. Let me take a new measure. So now here let me write DB. So in this we have multiple values. Let me go with variable mechanism. Now the first value is cost, initial cost, equal to selected value of asset table initial cost. Now shift enter. Now the next variable is salvage value, say selected value of salvage value from the asset table. Here I have multiple tables, but make sure you can select salvage value. Now the next thing is life value. So selected value of life asset value lifetime in years. So life in years. Let me put Y for easy differentiating. Let me make it uniform. Now let me come to another line. Now the next thing is period. Period selected value of period asset table period in months. Now the last one is month. Selected value of months asset table months. Now let's return our measure. So in this, let's take DB declining balance. Now let's call all the variables. That's all. Now you can call all the variables: cost, comma, salvage, comma, life in years, comma, the next thing is period. Fine. The last thing is month. Now let's before executing, let me DB stands for, let me copy the declining balance. Let me put it here. So if anyone see, they will understand what is DB. So now let's execute this. Well, perfect. It executed successfully. Perfect. Now here I have a table. So in this, what I'll do, asset ID, let me make it to don't summarize. So asset ID, asset name, asset initial cost, salvage value, lifetime years, period, months, and at the last let me drag DB. That's all. Let me drag DB. Now we got some values. So how would you know that these values are correct? Let me show something to you. Here, if you see in this, they mentioned one line, these functions are similar to financial functions used in especially Excel, Now let's head over to Excel. Here the same asset table we do have. So now let's take DB is equal DB bracket. So the moment if I open bracket, see here, if you see cost, the syntax it is showing. Excel also syntax is showing. So it is very helpful for us. Now let's take cost, comma, next salvage value, comma, life, comma, period, comma, month. Let's close the bracket, hit enter. Now let me copy and paste. Now we got some values. Let's see whether this value is correct or not. First let me go to the page 7. Now let's open. Let me take my marker. So laptop 21525 matching, server 72576, printer 21348, office furniture 21960, network switch 13612, desktop 44480. Now the values are exactly matching. Fine. Now what is our next DAX function? DDB, double declining balance. Now in the interest of time saving, let me copy this measure. Let me take a new measure from the top ribbon bar. Let me rename it to DDB, double declining balance. Let me put the same small letter, double declining balance. But in the interest of time saving, I did copy paste, but while you are practicing, I highly recommend you please write the DAX function from the scratch. I hope you all are clear. Now let's take DDB. So in this, the first one is cost. Okay, already we have cost. Fine. Next salvage. Fine. Now the next thing is life. Life also we have period. Period also we have the period period. And the next thing is factor. This is the one which is in the square brackets, which is optional. Okay, so we don't have that value. Let me close the bracket, and meanwhile let me delete this. Now also I would like to tell you one thing here from this DDB. This is like okay, that is in, that will come in disk DAX function. Fine. Now let's execute this. Perfect, it is executed successfully. Now let's drag the same DDB DAX function here. Now we got some values, so we don't know if it is calculating internally correct or not. How we can cross verify that? Yes, we can go to our Excel. So here let me make it big. Let's take DDB here. Let's call DDB function. Let's open the bracket now. Cost, okay, comma salvage, comma lifetime, comma period, comma the factor is which is optional one. Now let me close the bracket. Now let me do copy and paste here. Okay, so let me put some color for this. So now let's verify. Let me take my marker. So 40,000 for laptop matching, server 72886 matching, printer 15,000 exactly matching, office furniture 20480 exactly matching, network switch 50,000, and desktop 53333 exactly matching. If you see, the values are exactly matching. The values are exactly matching. Fine. I hope you all are clear. Now our last DAX function is disk. What is our last DAX function? It's a disk. It will return the discount rate for a security. Okay. So now for this, I have another data set. Let me tell you what is that data set. So I have another data set called security table. Usually, if you have, if you take any security, so you will, they will assign one number. This is security number. This is settlement date, this is maturity date, price, face value $100 face value, redemption $100 face value, basis. These are the values we have. Fine. Now let's go to the report view. Fine. Let's take new measure. Let's take, this is disk. I think let me name it to disk. I will go with variable concept. The first thing is settlement date. I will put STM date. So selected value of, from the security table you can take the settlement date. Shift enter. Now the next thing is maturity date. Selected value of maturity date from the security table. Don't confuse, because here I have a lot of tables, but if you are practicing you will have only one table. Now the next thing is price for $100 face value. Okay, selected value of price. Now redemption, selected value of redemption. Now the last one but not least, basis. Selected value of basis from the security. Make sure that you can check all the things which is you called from the security table. All right, now let's return it. Return. Let's take disk. So here just you need to call this variables. settlement date, fine. Maturity date, fine. Price, fine. Redemption, fine. Basis. Okay, now let me go here. This is discount rate. Discount rate. Let me put it here in comments. Also, I would like to make one comment. This is $100 face value. Which one? This one. Sorry. Okay, fine. Now let's execute. All right, it's executed successfully. Now let me take a copy of this table. Let me remove all the values quickly from this table. Okay. Now let's drag security number, settlement date, maturity date, price, redemption, basis, and the last thing is disk. Let's change this to uncheck this, select settlement data. Don't put hierarchy. Now let's remove this sum of price. This sum of redemption also. Sum of basis, it doesn't make any sense. But if you see, the value is 0. Something is there. So why the values? Let's select this measure. Let's check the data type. Data type is general. Let's convert it to percentage. Why percentage? It will return a discount rate. Rate means you need to convert it to percentage. Perfect. Now you can see we got the discount rate of each security number. Fine. Now let's head over to Excel. So the same security table here, don't confuse, the same security table here. So now let's take disk, in this settlement date, okay, maturity date, price, then redemption, then basis. Let me copy and paste it here. Now let's verify. 0.08, 0.2, 0.2, 0.08, 0.2, 0.2, then 4 and 5, 0.4, 0.47, 0.4, 0.47. See, the values are matching exactly. This is all about disk DAX function. Now let's recap what we learned today. So today we learned DB, which is declining balance, DDB, double declining balance, and discount rate for a security. I hope you all like this video. Please like, share, comment this video. Please subscribe Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching the video. We'll catch you in another interesting video. Thank you all.